instructor for Chem 152 this spring, and I wanted to make a welcome video to kind of walk you through a few things. I will be doing this our first Thursday, which will be February 3rd, but I wanted to do this way. Also, there have been some changes because of COVID. You may or may not have heard that we are going to be online the first 3 weeks. For this class, it doesn't really make that much of a difference because we're partially online as it is. But I want to spend some time and go through the syllabus. So let me go ahead and go through the syllabus with you real quick here. And I'll go through the Canvas shell as well. So Chem 152 is Prep for General Chem. So it is designed for people who've never taken chemistry or it's been a very long time. So that's my assumption. And you need to take General Chem. So if you are not in that boat, you might want to talk to a counselor or see if you're in the right class, because I don't want you to waste your time. All right, but that's what the course is about. I assume you're starting at 0. I assume you need to get to General Chem. And this is what we'll cover. You can go through all this kind of stuff on your own. The textbook is by Tro. You can use any edition. Older editions are fine, but you definitely need a book. I don't care if you use the ebook or one of the loose leaf ones or the hardcover. Doesn't really matter as long as you have the content, but make sure you get a book. There's homework questions in the book as well. You do not need an access code. I don't use Mastering Chemistry. My office hours are going to be Tuesdays from 8 to 11. Wednesdays 11 to 12, Thursdays from 10 to 11, and the first 8 to 9:30 on Tuesdays I will be have a Zoom office hour. This is the link to Zoom. That's my email. You can email me. Now, attendance and withdrawal. Again, this course is not meeting, was never intended to meet on Tuesdays. You're going to do all the lectures on your own. I will not be lecturing at all in this course. All the lectures are on the Canvas site, and I'm going to go through that in a few minutes. But on Thursdays, I need you to attend. Then, because the first 3 Thursdays we normally would have been attending face-to-face, we're going to be attending by way of Zoom, but I can take roll on Zoom. And I'll go through what we're going to be doing. So again, we're not doing any lectures. There are never going to be Tuesday meetings. I do have office hours then. All right? Other than that, and the exams are all going to be on Thursdays, and they're all going to be in the face-to-face environment. So it's definitely important that you're there. Remember also, if you decide to drop this class, make sure you do so. Don't assume I'm going to drop you. The last day to drop is April 8th. All right? This is some pandemic protocols. So let me go through the material. All right? I'm going to go through pretty much everything's on Canvas. The material, the lectures are on Canvas. There's in-class. It's going to be graded in-class participation, homework, and exams. All right? And I'll go through the grading part later, but let me show you where everything is here. This is this just puts in words what I'm doing for the pandemic or for the first 3 weeks, and I've put this in the Canvas shell, so I can close that now. You don't need that. All right. So during the first 3 weeks, I'm sorry, this is your Canvas shell. This talks about the first 3 weeks. All right. You definitely want to go through this welcome session. The video I'm posting is going to be right here. This is actually the old video. And the Canvas will be available on the 26th. So it's not available yet as I'm recording this, but it will be available on the 26th. Now, all the material is in these modules. I've kind of broken it up kind of by homeworks. So the introductory material and so on and so forth. These are PowerPoints. So what you want to do now, PowerPoints, sometimes they act a little funny if you try to watch them through Canvas, but if you download them, they open just fine. And then these are the lectures that go with them. So this is me lecturing using these PowerPoints. I just tried to break it up into smaller bits, so they're 15, 20 minutes or so, like that. I would suggest that you open this up and kind of scroll through it as you're watching the videos, and then you can certainly pause videos. Then another PowerPoint, videos, and so on. Then there are homework questions, and then this is where you'll actually turn in the homework, and so on. And that's how everything is structured, all right? And so you can see various places. Now let me talk about the in-class activities. So on Thursdays, the first Thursday, I'm going to go through this material, and that's what I'm doing right now in the video, but I definitely want you to pop by. The second Thursday, which would be February 10th, we're going to do an in-class activity on unit conversions. Okay, in-class activities are the participation part of the grade, and again, I'll talk about the grading later. But after you've gone through pretty much this set of videos, right, you should be able to do this. And this is an in-class activity, and we will be doing that through Zoom on February 10th. It's not even available until that time. And then what you'll do is you'll answer the questions by hand on a piece of paper, and then you'll upload it into Canvas here. Okay, so when you click on it, you'll see there's a place to upload the file. So you have to make it a PDF. It's pretty easy to do. Okay, on the 17th, we have another one. And that's our density and other types of problem solving. As we go forward, the next one that comes up after that is, I believe, way down here. Yeah, this is an in-class. We'll be doing those actually physically in class, so that shouldn't be, so that would be a little bit cleaner. All right. Now, as far as homework goes, if we look at, let's pick a homework here. Homework is graded on a 10-point basis, and basically what it is we'll click on that just so we can see it. And this should come up a little bit quickly because I just did this a minute ago. And homework is just a handful of questions I wrote over that material, including book questions. So what you do is you can just answer the questions on a separate sheet of paper. And then, oops, sorry. And then what you'll do is you'll upload it into Canvas here, where it says, sorry, this is jumping around. You'll upload it into Canvas here. And what I've done is I've taken some of the questions and put them into Canvas. So really, this is what's going to be graded, but you're going to upload all the questions, and then you'll answer a couple more. All right, and the way it's graded, if the upload is complete and you have all the questions answered, that's 5 points. 5 points. And then the other 5 questions are the other 5 points. Homework's graded on a 10-point basis. After the homework is done and graded and returned, I'll post the answer key. And so the ones that you didn't see what the right answers were, you can look here. And these are worked out solutions, right? As I said, homework's 10 points each. I'm going to count the best 13 of the 14 homeworks. I think I showed you, this is the schedule that we have. This is in the copy of this is in the welcome video. I'm sorry, in the welcome module. And this is what you should be covering each week. This is the Thursday activity. What you should cover, the PowerPoints and videos, the Thursday. And this is where stuff is in the book, right? So that should help. And then the last thing is really just going over the grading and exams. So as I said, homeworks, there are the in-class activities are graded on a 3-point basis. 1 for attendance and the other 2 points for doing it. So if you do half of it, you'll get 1. If you do more than half of it, you'll get 2. This only counts on your grade if you're a borderline grade, if you're within 1% of the next grade. So 85% is an A. If you're at 84 and you've gotten 2/3 of the points for these, you'll get bumped up to a higher grade. But more importantly, doing the problems and working with me, that's going to give you, you'll do better on the exams. Same with the homework. Okay, exams are going to be during our Thursday meetings, and actually the first Thursday that will actually be on campus is your first exam, but you will have that ample opportunity to work with me, so you should be fine. When you're getting ready to study for an exam, the old exams, whoops, what just happened? Did I just lose that? That's right here. Okay. The old exams, my exams from last semester, are posted right here. So these are the keys to my exams from last semester. All exams are the same format. There's 5 true false, 5 multiple choice, and then the rest is short answer. But these are the answer keys to the exams I posted before. All right, so you can look at this and see what the kinds of questions I asked on exam 1 were last summer, and if this is the same person writing an exam over the same material. Again, you're going to take your own exam, and it's going to be face-to-face. You're going to be writing on paper. All right? Once you've finished your exam and I've given it back to you, I'll take this down and I'll post the answer key for your exam so you can see how you did and you can see what the right answers were. Okay, of the exams, there are 4 midterm exams. I count the best 3. They're 100 points each. There's also a final exam, which is 100 points. All right? Everybody takes the final. And then the grading scheme is right here. So there's 13 homeworks that I'm going to count. That's 130 possible. I get a percentage. The 4 exams, counting the final 3 of the midterms count of the 4, and then there's a final. and then I take the total exam points, and I get an exam percent, and the final grade is 90.9 times the exam percent plus 0.1 times the homework percent, and there's your grading scheme, right? So that's the course and how it's going to be graded. Then just some good advice. First of all, before I do that, anyone with any type of disability, not much I can do if I'm not aware of it. So you need to let me know, and it's our secret. Okay, so just let me know, and I'll work with you. All right, we can make a lot of accommodations. Now, the last bit, this is just good advice. So, you know, I'm assuming you've never taken chemistry before, or it's been a long time. And I know you guys have really busy lives, so it's very important that you manage your time well. This is just how to be a good student. I would also say anything you've done in the past that made you a good student, keep doing that. Anything you've done in the past that made you struggle as a student, don't do that anymore, right? Now I know you guys have really busy lives, so managing your time is huge. So take a look at your life. You know, you have to go through all these videos on your own, all these pretty much learn the material through PowerPoints and videos, and then come to class sessions for the other things. And so you're going to have a lot of time on your own. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that. The schedule I showed you will show you where you ought to be at any given point. Right? You can take advantage of lab time as well. So if you finish lab and there's a little bit of time, you can certainly ask questions of lab instructors, work on homework. Okay, reading the textbook is obviously very important. Not just doing the Thursday activities, but maybe participating, asking questions. Okay, again, after the first 3 weeks, we'll be in the same room, taking notes. I encourage study groups. Just remember, on an exam, you're completely on your own, right? Keeping up, doing the homework, and so on. And then please, please, please ask me questions. That's what office hours are for. You are not interrupting me if you ask questions during office hours. All right, so that's it. I put the schedule in the syllabus as well, so you've got it in 2 places. So you should be good. I think I've given you all the information, but on the first Thursday, when we meet on Zoom, I'll go through this again, and we can talk about all sorts of other stuff. All right, so this will be the Canvas will be available in a couple days. I will see you next week. Take good care.